I got a question for you, Tank. At 147, how does a fight with you and Terence Crawford look?
Damn.
147. Shit, if I can
147.
tap that trend, you know he going to sleep.
I already know. I already know
He
he
ain't
is.
got no chance.
I already know he is. I got round 5.
Shit, I got round 6.
We'll go with that. I'm gonna put my money around 6.
Hey,
It just seems like everyone's calling out regardless of the weight classes from like 135. Tank's been saying that he wants you, things like that. Does that stuff just sound crazy, or just like I'm supposed to be called out?
When you look at all the great fighters, they was getting called out by everybody from different weight classes. So it's nothing, that I'm not surprised about.
A Tank would be something that he said he'll touch your chin and.
Man, everybody say, what they'll do, but Tank is in his weight class for a reason, and I don't see him come up to 147 to face me no time soon.
Golden Boy outbids TG Promotions, aka PBC, for the Stanionis Virgil Ortiz Eliminator, which is supposed to take place early next year. Good fight, no complaints here. But I would rather see Virgil Ortiz against Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford's a free agent. He says open to any calls. Also, that was working in Ortiz's favor is the WBO has made him the mandatory for early next year, April, May, for Terence Crawford. Yet, he still petitions for the WBA eliminator against Stanionis. And you say why? There's a couple of reasons why this is happening. First of all, Virgil Ortiz will fight anybody. He's a young lion. It's not him. Virgil Ortiz already has a title shot if he wants it in 2023. But De La Hoya wants to go the Errol Spence route. I heard De La Hoya say in a few interviews that Errol Spence is an easier matchup for Virgil Ortiz. If you haven't heard it, do your homework. It's on YouTube, Fight Hub, FightHype.com. And not just Virgil Ortiz, Gervonta Boots Ennis is going the IBF route. And these Errol Spence fanboys or Terence Crawford detractors want to blame Terence Crawford for not fighting one of these guys December 10th. But the truth is, it does not seem like Ennis, Ortiz, or at least their teams are not interested in fighting Terence Crawford because all they do is got a petition for the mandatory fight. They are 1-2 in the WBO, and Ortiz is taking the eliminator, so Gervonta Boots Ennis could petition to get that title shot. Now, why isn't this happening? Title shot's right there for you. It's there for the taking. Your guess is as good as mine. Now, as a lot of people, Terence Crawford has a lot of detractors that did not like his fight on December 10th. They feel like he's fighting a sparring partner. And one of those guys is Gervonta Davis, even though Avaneysan is a top 10 welterweight. And there is no secret, Gervonta Davis is tight with Errol Spence, so he does not like Terence Crawford. He always thought Terence Crawford was a good fighter, chinny, and not great. And he shouldn't be pound for pound number one. And he thinks Spence will crush him. Not only Spence will crush him, he says he can move to 147 and knock him out. Now, some kiss-ass YouTube channels or some delusional fanboys will believe, oh yeah, take the move to 147 and knock Bud out. Bud said it correctly. They have weight classes for a reason. Everybody has a right to their opinion. But where I'm at, though, is how are you going to criticize Terence Crawford's resume? He's a 3-weight world champion, undisputed, and not look at your own resume. I mean, the toughest opponent he has faced is Pedraza. I mean, under the umbrella of Mayweather, you lived off tomato cans. When you was in the Mayweather protection program, you had nothing but tomato cans. For him to say that Terence Crawford is fighting sparring partners, he was getting outboxed by Rolly and Leo Santa Cruz until he knocked him out. Which I might add, Santa Cruz is a 126-pounder, and Rolly has no boxing skills whatsoever. But we are not supposed to be impressed with David Avaneysan, but we are supposed to be impressed with Gervonta Davis knocking out a 126-pounder. Let's make it make sense and keep the same energy. Leave your thoughts at comments below. Jay Beasley, I'm gone.